5 cases per day. That's the statistics of accidents with the SSJ-100 aircraft of the Russian airline Azimut, known in the Federation as a Superjet. On November 24, 2024, the aircraft made an emergency landing in Krasnoyarsk due to a hydraulic failure. The same problem occurred on the plane flying from St. Petersburg to Moscow. In Sochi, the plane takeoff was stopped due to a malfunction, and in St. Petersburg, problems were reported with the landing gear. The fifth and most serious accident occurred in Turkey's Antalya. Superjet 100, which had 89 passengers and 6 crew members on board, caught fire during landing. There were no casualties, but a similar incident in May 2019 caused 41 deaths.
The Superjet consists of 70 to 80% Western components, which at the moment are not available in the Russian Federation, and the aircraft is still not fully ready, so of course there are doubts about the reliability of this aircraft, and we see the results of this in frequent accidents.
The Russian SSJ-100 made its first commercial flight in 2011. The first Superjet crash occurred in 2012. 45 people were reported dead back then. Then incidents with these aircraft became routine. Russian company Aeroflot did not buy these aircraft because of the gap between the actual technical performance and documentation. The aircraft turned out to be 3.5 tons heavier and consumed 11% more fuel than it was declared. International companies also rejected it. The aircraft consists of only 40% of Russian components. Accordingly, the time to fix any malfunction increases, as well as the need to wait for foreign parts.
In terms of all sorts of failures, it is not the most reliable sin out there. I am not talking about critical sins like engines or total loss of control, no, but something's always breaking down in it. The hydraulics go bad, the cabin air conditioning has problems. Initially it is a good aircraft, but they didn't get it right and couldn't cure it of its childhood diseases that have become chronic. Pavel, Russian pilot, in an interview with Siberia Realities.
Since the beginning of Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine and imposition of the US and EU sanctions against the aggressor country, the number of problems with this aircraft has only increased. The number of accidents has grown by several times. In 2021, there were at least 134 accidents. In 2022, 181. In 2023, it was already 289 accidents. Because of sanctions, it is impossible to solve these problems, experts explain. There are no spare parts, and there will be none. And the widespread Russian practice of so-called aviation cannibalism, when some aircraft are dismantled to repair others, will not help.
It was initially incredibly dependent on foreign components, and under sanctions there is no access to them. Unlike Boeing or Airbus, this aircraft has unique spare parts that cannot be found on the market. For example, its engines were made by the French company exclusively for it. Tires were made in Michelin, and for this they also created a separate production line. So foreign parts are in everything. Marina Petrova, aviation expert, in an interview with Siberia Realities.
Superjet isn't the only thing causing problems in Russia. Aeroflot has started firing employees due to difficulties with aircraft maintenance. Repairs are delayed, components are in short supply, and qualified employees are leaving because of low salaries. The number of Airbus aircraft fleet has also decreased significantly. 34 out of 66 aircraft in Russia cannot perform flights due to engine problems, and sanctions do not allow to carry out replacement or repair. According to experts, next year the number of air transportation in Russia will decrease by another 15%. Reported by Anastasia Tarnavska, Yulia Granovska, UATV News.